Hello everybody, welcome back to Dude Ranch DIY. My name is Jake. I'm gonna say this once in the beginning of the video. If you haven't yet subscribed or hit that like button to my videos, please give me a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button. If you watch the videos, hitting that like button would really help out the channel and help me out, so I'd really appreciate it. Now that that's over with, we are out here in the wood yard. If you watched the last video, you saw we had some issues with the conveyor, to which I addressed, fixed, and improved upon the conveyor. We fixed the chain, fixed some paddles, welded in some new paddles, and I also added on a new little flapper kind of thing to help prevent the shards and stuff that fall down through the RuggedMade splitter, sorting tray down into the sprocket. So if you didn't see that video, this is what I came up with, and if you did, this is proof that it works. So basically, if I move these scraps out of the way, what I did was I created this flap, and basically it hinges, and as you can see, the sprockets are down under there, and it prevents a lot of these larger scraps that fall down through this grate from getting caught up in there. And if I need to clean it out, I can simply raise this up, and it's kind of hard to do with one hand, hook it on, and then I can go and clean stuff out and release it just like that. So that's what I did as far as an improvement to the conveyor, and just from the little bit that I split yesterday, I didn't film it, but it worked out pretty well. So as you can see from the video, well, actually I don't even know if Chris and I filmed us cutting all this up, but this is the rest of the wood from the logs that we cut down for the woodyard expansion project. Wow, look at this. The sun is out. It is a beautiful day. I don't know if you can see that steam coming off of these oak rounds. But I started splitting this stuff up yesterday. Got a nice little cone in the SureTrack dump trailer. The conveyor worked flawlessly. So let me show you what I got in here. A nice cone that was about an hour's worth of splitting, just me by myself. I was getting a fire going here. I was splitting by standing on the log lift side because the pile is on this side and it's just easier for one person to stand on this side, and I actually really enjoyed it. So I'm going to be doing that again today. Going to get everything fired up, and we're just going to keep chugging along with these oak rounds. We got some big oak rounds, got some small oak and beech rounds, but it's all been pretty nice stuff so far. Only threw a couple of pieces in my big chunk tote, and just in the little bit that I split yesterday, this is all the scrap that I created, which actually even less than that because there was already some underneath there. So everything's looking pretty good. So we're gonna get everything fired up and get underway. Okay guys, we are doing good. We have split for about exactly an hour, and the trailer I'd say is about half full now. But I just heard like a noise, like some different rattling on the conveyor that I hadn't heard before, and I stopped it. Nothing has broken, but you might notice that the chain on the far side over here is up pretty high, and the chain on this side is lower. And it's kind of cockeye, and it's not usually like that. Normally, all of these bars are kind of just riding on this frame rail here. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but I did, however, notice that, I don't know if you can see up there, let me try and get a little closer, that it looks as if the sprockets are off, like almost as if the right one is ahead by one link versus the left side. So I'm thinking by it being ahead of itself, essentially, that could be causing the problem. Maybe like a stick of kindling or something like this got caught in there just perfectly and somehow caused it to hop a tooth on the sprocket. So I'm gonna run back to the garage and get the tools to break the chain here, and I think I should, because we have a free wheeling sprocket on the bottom left side, I think I should be able to break the chain and just kind of realign it, and hopefully that'll solve the issue. Because again, like I said, nothing has broken, but I feel like if I keep running it like this and don't address it, something is going to break, knowing this thing. So I'm gonna try and figure this out, and we'll get back here. Okay guys, about 10-minute delay there. I think I found the issue. I think it was like what I was saying. As you can see, now the chain is laying flat down. It's even all the way down. I'm gonna run this thing and see how it does. Seems to be running like we're back to normal. Let me shut this off here. So that's good. It seems like it's running and it's back to normal. What I did find upon closer inspection, I lowered the conveyor down and I actually hopped up there, and I couldn't see it from the ground, but there was basically like a kink in one of the links on, if you're standing at the tall end of the conveyor, was on the left side, and I think that kink was like it was almost stuck on the sprocket, so it was creating, because that sprocket was one tooth ahead of the other one, it was creating that kink, link after link after link, you know, for each tooth on the sprocket. So when I broke the chain, went up there, readjusted it, and everything went right back to normal. So I think there must have been a piece of kindling or something that got caught up in there. Luckily, it didn't break anything. That would have been a bummer. So we're gonna fire everything back up and keep on splitting. Can't make this up, guys. Just fired everything back up, put gas in the conveyor, literally didn't even get to load up the log lift arm yet, and the conveyor broke yet again. Another link, chain link tab at one of the crossbars broke. These things, these old ones, as you can see there, it just breaks right at the tab. I guess they're old, and that's that. So oh man, I guess the easiest thing is to just move the conveyor back up. I mean, I don't really have a choice. I can't bring the welder out here, and I can't really weld it in there and then I think the easiest thing is to just bring the whole conveyor up to the shop. This is a bummer, guys. I mean, I don't mind fixing it because I've gotten to the point where I know how to fix it and I can get it back up and running pretty quickly, but it's everything else. It's pulling the conveyor out from underneath the splitter shelter. It's getting it hooked up to the tractor. It's bringing it up there. It's bringing it back. Like, the actual fix, at least in this case, doesn't take all that long, but it's just time wasted. But it's what we got to do. So here we go. Well, guys, about 2 hours and 3 beers later, the conveyor is back in the woodyard. I just brought it back here. So I ended up fixing, I don't know where the actual paddle is, but I fixed the paddle that broke. It only broke on one side, like one of the links broke. Fixed that, broke the chain, spliced in a new tab, welded the paddle back on, got the chain back together, went to run it, and ran the paddle that I fixed over the top sprocket, and boom, the other side of the same paddle broke, the old links. So as you can see here, I believe this link and this link are both new links, whereas some of the other ones are old. And as you guys know, the ones that have been breaking are the ones that are old. So I don't really know what to say. I don't know how long this is going to work. I mean, it seems like we just need to literally weed out all the weak links. I know I've said that before. I'm going to order, or Chris, I think, is going to order this time, some more of these mounting links. And I think in the future, we might just... So it's hard to say, because the new links that we have welded and spliced in haven't broken. It only seems to be the old ones. So what I was thinking was that maybe just the heat is too much for the old metal and it's breaking, the links. Clearly they have holes already drilled in them, so they're designed to be like bolted to. So I said maybe we just get some like round-headed bolts, like carriage bolts or something, and put those in and just bolt all the paddles to it, because all the time that we've spent fixing all of these welded links that have broken, we could have just set up a simple jig on my drill press and drilled out all of the paddles to the appropriate, put the holes in the right spot to send 2 bolts through each one, and, call it a day, and we wouldn't have to deal with the issue of the metal heating up and potentially, weakening the overall structure of the mounting tab. So moving forward, Chris and I are going to talk about this and figure something out. But I mean, this thing, when it works really well. Like we're so close. I really think we're really close. It's just a matter of literally weeding out all the weak links. So that's basically it. I gotta go meet my parents. I'm going out to dinner with them. Sarah's away this weekend, so the 3 of us are going out to dinner, and yeah, that's it. We got about, I'd say probably 2/3 of the trailer split today. I'm gonna wait for Chris to get here to help me get the conveyor back under position underneath the shelter, just because it's kind of hard to do with one person. But nice wood, all clean stuff, good size splits. The 4-way wedge on the RuggedMade is working really well. There shouldn't be too much scrap in there either, compared to that box wedge on the Stihl MS. But for now, that's going to be it. So as always, guys, if you like the video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button down below. I'd really appreciate it. Any questions, comments, or feedback on my whole conveyor situation, let me know down in the comments. But for now, I'm Jake. This is Dude Ranch DIY. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you here next time.